Step 4 of the home buying process is ordering your appraisal. Your agent's going to wait until you've accepted everything with the inspection to order your appraisal. But now they're going to call your lender and say, okay, it's time. There are going to be times where they need to order the appraisal before the inspection. And that is usually because you're doing a type of loan that the appraisal takes a lot longer. We are in appraiser shortage right now, and so there are times that we have to order that, but our goal is always to make sure that the appraisal happens after the inspection. We can't do it all the time, but that's our ultimate goal. When the appraisal goes out there, they're going to look at the home on the value. They're not going to be looking at the home for issues like the inspector does. They will make sure that there's no major safety concerns. These are things like peeling paint. The roof will need to have at least 5 years in it. Any type of electrical issues or structural issues, but it's not going to be the same level as an inspector will. When the appraiser goes out, they're going to send back to the bank, and the bank hires the appraiser. Please know your agent has nothing to do with who gets to appraise the house. This is something that is decided by the bank. The appraiser is going to send back to your lender their appraisal report. And this is going to say whether they agree with the value that you are paying for the home or they don't. Now, your agent, when you made the offer on your home, did a market analysis. And they will work with the appraiser to try to make sure that they agree with the value that they thought that the home had. But I will tell you, I've had 2 appraisers appraise the exact same home 1 week apart and came up with a value of over $75,000 different. So it could come up different than what your agent said that they were going to agree to pay. If that happens, we have things to do, so don't worry. We just go into our 3rd round of negotiations. When this happens, if you've already agreed in your offer to pay above the appraisal value, then that's automatically triggered. But if you haven't, or if it's more than that, then we now renegotiate with the seller, either for them to bring the price down to the amount that the appraiser says, or for you to come up to what you agreed to pay for the home, regardless of what the appraiser says. Normally, it's somewhere in the middle. Things to know during this time is if your seller is paying your financing fees, this could be a time where they say that they're no longer willing to pay for those fees. So we will go back to the negotiations. We'll work with the appraiser and the lender and the other agent in order to make sure that you're taken care of and continue to try to get this home to closing.